project 1 of CS50. So for this project, the first requirement is the entry page. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in wiki slash a title. So let's say, for example, CSS. We type that in, and that would bring us to the CSS HTML page. Now, if we did wiki slash some random title that doesn't exist within our wiki, that should bring up our error 404 page not found page. So that is the entry requirement, and then we could see that whatever title we typed in should also appear within the web page's title. And so next we have the index requirement. So for the index requirement, we have a list of all the titles of the pages within our wiki. So we have CSS and Django, Git, HTML, Python. And so for each one, if we click on their link, that should bring us to their respective pages. And so if we click on HTML, that brings us to the HTML page. So now let's go on to the search. So if we typed in like the whole name Python, which would exist inside our wiki, click enter, that brings us to the Python page. Now, if we typed in something that's incomplete, like ITO, that should bring us to search results. And so that brings us search results with Python as the only title with ITO in its name as a substring. So if we click on Python, that brings us to a Python page. If we typed in N, that should bring us any search results that would have an N inside this title as a substring. So we have Django and Python, both having N's in it. So if we click on Python, that brings us to a Python page. If we click on Django, that brings us to a Django page. Now, moving on to the create new page feature. Let's say we wanted to create a new page, right? But we have the same title, CSS, and then we typed in some content. What would that do? Basically, if you save it, that would bring us an error message just saying entry with provided title already exists, try again. So it doesn't let us use the same titles that already exist within our wiki. So if we want to try maybe like new page, and then we click save, that saves the new page. And so you can see a title up here, new page, and go here, and you can see new page was saved within our wiki. So now we go to random page. If we click on random page, that generates one of the random pages that are within our wiki. Click it again. You can see this is one of the pages that we created earlier. So this is another random page. Click again. Now we get Django. Click again. We get Python. So that just brings up any random page within our wiki. Now edit page feature. So for this page, we want to edit the page. It would bring up the title. We can't edit this section, but we can edit this section. So we typed in like, something new. We typed in the Markdown content. Now we click save. We can see that it brings us to the Python page with something new now edited into the Markdown content. Go home, click on Python. You can see that it's already changed within our wiki. So then, finally, if we just go into a random entry, say like Django, we can see that all of this is Markdown content, right? But when we click save and generates it, it gets converted to HTML. So this one hashtag, that stands for like an H1 tag, and then basically it gets converted to H1 HTML tag. And so that's how it's shown on the web page. And that's CS50 project 1.